Good day, one and all. Welcome back to GUE Community Day. Very excited to have you join. I will prattle a bit as I welcome people and hope we can get a good traction and have people join from all around the world. As most of you know, we started this event in 2020, so I'm quite excited to continue the trend, and it's a great opportunity to shine a light on one of the things that really makes GUE truly unique, and that's you and our global community. As an exploration-driven organization, we're really privileged to have all of you here and to see hundreds of divers around the world pushing limits and building personal capacity, sharing their passion for the underwater world. And it's a day like this that we really try to celebrate that spirit, the curiosity and friendships, and the sense of adventure that really bring all of us together. You know, from my perspective, we're really shaping not only our own future, but the future of diving itself. And I'm really proud to be part of that and to have shared this tremendous journey with so many of you. I do want to say at the start of this important event that really GUE is in great shape now. It's never been stronger, and our communities have never been more active. We're going to see that today as we look through some various groups and activities that are going on, and we visit with some of our community people. We've got Doro actually joining from the boat out on one of those very projects, and really there's just so much going on. We've got a pretty action-packed series of things to discuss today. I'm just going to give a short little preamble because I do want you to know about a few of the more exciting things that I consider happening now. Really, there's too many things going on to tell anybody or to tell you in great detail, but I've selected a few that I think are pretty inspirational and really helping us shape a powerful future for the organization. The first thing I wanted to talk about as an introduction is to tell you how proud I am of our team's efforts in building a forward-looking, adaptive online learning platform. Some of you would have had experience with that. Some of you are helping to build it. It's such a powerful tool in the hands of our instructors. Those of you that I already believe are truly the best diving educators in the world. And I know that any new endeavor is really going to have some bumpiness along the way. But I want to say that I'm unwavering in my belief that the platform represents the next generation of exploration and education, taking our organization well into the future. And I want to pause here. I actually just spent a couple hours speaking to Ulrich, and I want to pause and thank Ulrich Christensen and his company for their generous support. And really, Ulrich personally, he's given thousands of hours of his time to this organization. He just spent 2 hours working with me to work the baby coder in me, and his endless giving is truly an inspiration. That support is really helping to shape the future of how we teach and connect with the world, and I'm sure you're going to see a lot of exciting things coming out of both our efforts in the learning platform as well as our communications platform that the team are hard at work on. Of course, I also want to recognize the countless hours in this learning platform that have been dedicated by our near and dear Dorada. Gemma's put in tons of time as well. Peter Gartner, thanks so much for patience and translation and all of the missteps. Mara, we love you. Daniel Soon, Dong Dong, David Lee, Osama, Francesco, Ivan, JP, and so many others are really stepping in to help make this a very special thing. And thanks very much from the bottom of the heart to all of you. I think that you will all be firmly convinced within the next 6 months to a year that this is really a real proud future for the organization. Second thing that I want to talk to you about is the ways in which we're working to radically expand our ability to speak to divers in their native languages. We're not simulcasting my speech now in multiple languages, but I can imagine that's going to happen soon. And this effort's really happening both through the learning platform under Ulrich's direction and with strident support from Dorada, but also through GUE TV. We now have over 100 videos available in 6 different languages on the platform. If you really want to have some fun, go watch myself or Dorada speaking in Mandarin, and I can prove that those language classes we've been taking are really ramping things up effectively. So I hope you'll check that out and let your various communities know. I do want to say it's just the beginning. We're going to constantly be expanding the library of videos, improving translation quality, and offering broader community support across all languages. Special pause and thanks to Sergei Tovkis for his focused effort and steadfast support. And then the last thing I want to mention briefly before we kind of start rolling, I'm 5 minutes in, I really want to mention the excitement that I have towards the continued growth of the training programs and the program directors and all the great work they're doing. Not only are we refining the way we introduce new divers to the water, but also expanding capacity at the highest levels with programs like the Tech 3 and the Project Diver programs. And we'll continue to invest in both the tools and the training that allow our global community to reach its fullest potential. So I don't know if we can even hear Jarrod, but after my little brief introduction, I wanted to let you know just a few of those little tidbits. We're going to cover a few more as we go through this series today. We've got an exciting agenda. If we can manage to get Jarrod online, that would be nice. So see if we can hear her. Can we hear you, Jarrod?
Well, I can hear you, and then I can hear everybody. So I'm here in Sardinia. We're just unloading the boat because we just moored from a project with, we are finishing a project today. And it was super successful one with plenty of people on board. And I'm trying to switch my camera so you can see what's going on. Yes. So we are unloading here. We have Romano, we have people from Germany, we have people from Slovenia, we have people from Italy, we have few GUE instructors. So I think it's a nice thing that I'm just here doing what we are preaching to do. Yes.
I like it. It's a good look, I think.
You?
How was the diving?
No, the diving was super cool. Yesterday, the guys did massive progress in the cave. So 8 hours of a dive. Today, a little bit shorter because it was just a cleanup. But it's we started on Monday and now is the last day. So unloading, cleaning, getting stuff done. The boat is full. I don't know if you can see that, but we are kind of really, because we have been 11 people. So
yeah,
a lot of work and everybody did super well. A nice spirit.
That's great. It looks like terrible weather. I mean, all the people must be a bit jealous. That's horrible. I mean, it's terrible.
Yeah,
I don't know how you dive in that, Jarrod. I don't know. I think that's not acceptable. I mean, the visibility's terrible. The cloud rain is just unacceptable.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too. Let me see. I can show you this. All of this we have, and it's just starting to unload. Okay, guys, I need to leave for a bit because we need to keep on going. So I will try to tune in later a little bit as well.
Sounds good. I think I'd like to even start a couple minutes ahead of schedule if they're not going to yell at me, because it's rare that I'm ahead of schedule, right, Jarrod? Cool. So we'll touch base with you soon. Don't go away because you're joining the Young Divers discussion, I believe, as well, right?
I hope so. I need to go away for a bit, but I will be back.
Okay, you have minutes, literally. So see ya. All right, great. So beautiful area, Sardinia. I think many of you have been. Beautiful caves, beautiful water, and a lot of fun in the sun, recreation there. Love making trips there, and really like another one. Am I invited back? I don't know. We'll have to see. So we're right on schedule, and I'm going to bring in my dear longtime friend and an endless contributor to the GUE organization, who inspired our first Young Divers formal meetup. Of course, this has been a passion of mine for many years. I think many of you know the Next Gen Scholarship Program was a real desire from my perspective to try to embolden, enable, and help extend the capacity of young people all around the world. And I'm really thrilled with the way that has developed over the years, and all of the young people that are coming into the organization as a result. Some of you may know that we not only choose the Next Gen Scholar, who is our sort of top winner, but we do everything we can to support also the remaining 10 people, or the top 10 people, with additional training and support and guidance wherever we possibly can. And JP came up with a great idea to bring everybody together in Sardinia for a special event. I'd love to bring in JP if we can, and we can hear a little bit about that activity. Hey, JP, what's up, my friend?
Hey, everybody. Greetings from warm and sunny France.
Great to see you. I hear you're going to tell us a little bit about our first inaugural Young Divers event in Sardinia.
Yeah, that's correct. Like the road, I just came back from diving. I just wanted to share that with you. Not only is beautiful weather here, but I just made an amazing rebreather dive in Kabui, and my gear is still drying in the back. And talking about the young divers, Jarrod, I don't know if you remember how we got this started during a talk between the two of us roughly a year ago.
I do indeed.
Yeah, where we talked about us not finding opportunities enough to dive together because we're both so busy. And we kind of came up with an idea where I said, maybe we can meet somewhere on the planet and just go diving. And you mentioned, well, maybe we should organize a project. And I'm like, yeah, but then we have project outcomes. And then I started thinking, we have so many young people in our classes, and why not give them an opportunity to come and join us diving on an amazing place somewhere on the planet and meet their peers and work together, become part of a global community and be inspired by, their peers and their mentors.
I do remember, and then I didn't show up, right? Is that where you're going with this?
No, not really, but it was actually quite funny. But we made it work, and we found the amazing support from, of course, base one. We moved to Sardinia, had an amazing time. We brought Sean Telemas in, psychologist, who did communication and grit training with the guys, and we just had an amazing time.
That's awesome. I love it. And how many people were there?
Am I still here? Hello, hello.
You are. We hear you fine. Yes, I can hear you.
Sorry, yeah, I'm breaking up a bit. So we made a little video. Maybe we can share that with the people to give them an idea what we were all about.
Perfect. That sounds good.
Excellent. So also I brought in Jennifer. I don't know if she's here with us.
Hello, hello. I am. How are you guys?
Hey, Jen. Good to see you. World
Superstars
traveler
everywhere.
Excellent. Well, of course, Jen has been a big part of this whole adventure. Yes, exactly. And of course, we have a couple of the next Gen candidates in there. So maybe, Jen, you want to share a bit of your experience with the program?
Sure. I think it was a really good success for the first iteration of that Young Divers program. So I think we came in wanting to really see how it would fly with the candidates, and it's really cool because we already have multiple individuals wanting to do iterations next year as well. So super nice. For our part, I think it was really cool to see how the divers really amalgamated together as a group. We had a variety of experiences. We had individuals who did GUE open water and were maybe looking at getting their tech pass right the way up to Cave 2 divers. So it was really cool to see how everyone came together and was able to dive in the same dive site or around caves and in the caves at the same time as well. I think one of the most important feedback we gathered was the importance of, as JP alluded to, the Sean Talamas grit sessions with the divers. They really felt like they gained a lot of skills to become young leaders and gain the confidence that they were able to go out and do their own projects in the future. And the diving was all right as well, you know.
It was pretty cool. Yeah, we did caves, we did wrecks, we did open sea. I mean, there was a lot to offer for everybody there. And actually, we organized a really cool house. We refer to it as a TikTok house, where there was even some alpine climbing training going on in between cooking. Yeah. So that was all super cool to share that with all the candidates.
So I'm a little out on the TikTok house.
Well, it's a little bit what you see when young people get together and have an amazing house with all the facilities in. A little bit of that, I guess.
Okay. All right. It sounds suspicious, but we'll go with that one. Now, I understand we already have another event scheduled for next year. And Jen, how is that going?
It's good. It's just in the planning stages thus far. We've had many individuals wanting to sign up already, which is really nice. And we've taken some feedback from this session we just did and really wanting to expand and maybe looking at more community events or giving back to the local area where we are basing said iterations as well. So yeah, in the planning stages so far, but we have potential dates coming out soon, and yeah, looking at the itinerary, and we're hoping to get Sean back as well. So should be a really cool event as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Am I invited even though I didn't come this year?
There might be space for
know.
you, you know.
For
I mean,
sure.
I wouldn't blame you after after all of that adventure. At least
Come
I
on.
went to Brazil for diving, but I missed JP. I missed the conclusion of our planning session. So
Well, it's still in the open. It's still in the open, so we can still plan for that. What's maybe nice to add is that we're thinking about adding more locations to the program. So make the spread a little bit more approachable from everybody around the world. So maybe thinking about Bonaire or any of those locations to maybe make it a biannual thing.
All right. I think that's quite exciting.
Exactly.
Any formal training that we plan for next year that might be different?
No, I think what we're thinking about is maybe reshaping the workshops a little bit, and we're kind of open, inviting instructors to come and help us. And if you're motivated, you want to work with strong, motivated young people, I mean, you're always welcome to come and bring in any experience you have to make this even more successful.
I think as well to add, we had individuals coming in and lots of them stayed before and after as well. So it was a really nice chance to get them involved in more training, and then they were able to put those skills in play during the sessions as well. So that was a really nice progression to see for some of the people.
Yes.
What was the biggest take home, Jen? The biggest thing that you guys learned or that you saw from the group? What was the most interesting?
I think it was the confidence of some individuals, which I really liked. And you could see, especially not from their own, like, oh, I can do this diving with everyone else, but through the sessions with Sean, that they could see that they now knew they had the confidence to go out and maybe create their own communities in certain areas or develop their own projects, or know that they had like their own individual set of skills that they can use to contribute. And to see that thought process, I think was really cool, and that was the biggest wow factor for me.
Yeah, that's neat.
Good. I think
also confidence.
Also, I think JP. I think also the fact that the feeling they really belong to something was very worthwhile. I think. Yeah. To see that developing during the days.
All right. We like it. Well, thanks to you both. Jen, I'm sure I'm going to see you a few times during the day. Aren't you coming back for the next Jen?
Yeah, I'm just here. Don't worry.
You'll be hanging out. I'll give you a shout for sure.
Okay.
JP, thank you, my friend. I appreciate your inspiration and organizing that concept. And next time, I promise I'll come.
Sure, man. Look forward to it.
All right, buddy. You take care of yourself. Great to see you.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right, we've got a lot of people coming in. I love it. Daniel, nice to see you. Hi, Jim. Ulrich, pleasure to have you here after a couple hours of slugging through with my rudimentary efforts. Appreciate your time. We may actually have some time to bring Ulrich in later on. I know that'll freak out Nico because it's not planned, but Ulrich has just released a new book, Mastery, and it's an amazing book, and it features GUE quite prominently. I understand it's already ranking #1 on the educational side, I believe Ulrich said. So we'll look for an opportunity in the agenda to bring him in later on in the schedule. Francesco, great to see you here. Sammy, great. Anika, welcome. Michael, Francesco again. Yosef, good. We've got some good group here already. So I think we can show some videos now because they're probably tired of listening to me talk. So how about a few videos, Nico? Why don't we queue up the first of those, I believe is the Arctic.
From Sweden to every corner of the world, the GUE community connects diverse with a shared mission. Through Operation Spooknet, we work to remove ghost nets threatening marine life and wreck heritage. Without the global GUE community, we couldn't have found the dedicated project Divers to join this effort. Together, we transform local challenges into global victories. With Operation Spooknet, we remove ghost nets that threaten marine life and our wreck heritage. Thanks to the global GUE community, we've been able to find passionate project divers to join these demanding missions. Our work doesn't stop there. Through Rennabotten, divers clean harbor seafloors, removing debris that damages ecosystems right in our local communities. And along Sweden's west coast, Operation Lobster Pots retrieves lost fishing gear, ghost pots that continue trapping marine animals long after they're forgotten. This year alone, our teams have salvaged over 2,000 kilograms of net and recovered more than 50 lobster pots, together turning local action into global victories. This is the power of community. This is GUE.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Turkey.
Together, we are more than just divers.
We are explorers of forgotten wrecks.
Guardians of underwater history.
And protectors of the fragile marine world.
And we search the depths with purpose.
Preserving stories hidden beneath the waves.
Documenting the past for the future generations.
And ensuring these relics remain untouched, yet remembered.
Our mission goes beyond exploration.
It reaches into conservation,
removing lost nets and harmful debris.
To restore the sea to its natural beauty.
This is a community built on excellence.
Fueled by passion for discovery.
And made stronger by helping one another.
Both above and below the surface.
We are GUE Turkey.
And we invite you to join us in this journey.
All right, folks, great to see everybody from our community. Thanks a lot for submitting those videos. Love to see everybody from around the world. And many of those people that we've had a lot of close affiliation and a lot of great diving with. So thanks very much, folks. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Ulrich because I have a couple minutes and I want to destroy my ahead of schedule program. And I want to take this great opportunity. Hello, Ulrich, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I want to congratulate you. Oh, it's backwards, but I want to congratulate you on this great book. I'm only through the first chapter, but I just got it from you the other day. Mastery: Why Deeper Learning is Essential in an Age of Distraction. I'd love if you could just say a few words to our community about what motivated this and how it relates to our organization.
Yeah, so the book started during COVID when my co-author, Tony Wagner, and I went on long walks together. He's also a passionate diver, and he's been studying the flaws of the education system. And one of the things that is interesting was that we wanted to write a book about good examples of mastery learning, the kinds of learning that will be very prominent in the future, particularly now where you will have answers to everything in your pocket. The question will be, how do you ask the right questions? And also, how do you actually make learning really work in the real world so that it works for you? And GUE is such a prominent example of mastery-based learning, even though you didn't call it that. But this thing where you took a different direction than the rest of the industry by saying you don't get a participation award. You basically get your fundamentals once you can perform at a certain level. And that entire spirit and that entire philosophy that GUE is based upon is such a prominent example of mastery-based learning that I think we ended up with 5 pages of GUE stories in the book. At the point where even my co-author was like, we cannot have more dive stories now. And then we added a couple more because they are some of the most prominent examples. And that's one of the reasons why it's so valuable to contribute to this, because GUE was already in a good spot. And I think that a lot of the things we're doing now is even moving more in that direction.
And I'm very excited. As you know, I can't thank you enough for helping bring us into the next generation. It's really exciting to see the learning platform and its capacity. Just a minute on what's the differentiating factor from your perspective? You know, people think online learning. What are we doing differently with the GUE adaptive platform?
So very big difference. And I remember when we met the first time, like about 20 meters from where you are now, and we within an hour agreed that if we could allocate even more time to the real putting it all together, utilizing the world's best instructor core more on actually in water time, practicing dry drills or dry runs, all these things that really need the best of the best in terms of instructors, and less time in the classroom, that would be a monotonous improvement. In other words, an improvement with no side effects. And I think that, of course, the situation is that, yes, in total, our students will be spending more time on a course, because we are asking them to prepare ahead of time and then spend all the time or most of the time when they show up at one of the prime dive opportunities in the world. So, of course, in total, we are providing more. But with the price that we are also asking for these courses, a lot of the students, and that's also what we can see on the early feedback, are really happy that they can show up and actually get further during the time they have with some of the best instructors in the world.
And I think it's amazing to give people the chance to prepare much more thoroughly and to really learn at their own pace, because obviously people are better or worse at certain kinds of aspects in the academic series, and getting that head start is really amazing. And I think that real value in the GUE instructor side is in the water, but also the application of the foundational knowledge learned while the students prepare. And I really hope our instructors and people writ large can understand that it's not a replacement, it's an augmentation, a powerful tool that people can and need to utilize in order to make their classes all the better. So thank you very much, Ulrich. We appreciate all your support. Thanks for coming on to say hello.
You're welcome.
Back to vibe coding. All right, folks, so we're going to go ahead and bring in Marcus. I haven't seen him in a little while, so I'm excited actually to say hello to Marcus, who's going to talk to us a little bit about the latest activities of Project Baseline. Marcus, my friend. So
hey,
nice.
Jarrod. Hey, everybody. How you doing?
I'm excellent. Very happy now to see you. Fun diving in the background. Not exactly a coral reef, but you know.
Yeah, absolutely. We get some great dive conditions here in the UK, but not many tropical coral reefs, sadly.
No doubt. Let me have you take it away and go for it. Tell us a little bit about Project Baseline.
Yeah, great. Thanks, Jarrod. So look, one of my passions in diving is project diving, and in particular conservation diving. And that's kind of what took me to Project Baseline. So I really just wanted to touch on a couple of exciting initiatives that we're working on in Project Baseline with Todd and with Jen and a few others. Which really is just to reinvigorate the project and really try and get more divers involved over the coming couple of years. So look, there's kind of two things we're doing really. So one is we're trying to bring back annual missions. So we're trying to bring back regular projects around the world and bring divers in to help mentor them and introduce them to Project Baseline and the sort of diving we do. And in support of that, we're also making some improvements to our database. I think the database has served some really good purpose, but it has become a bit limited now. It accepts photos pretty well, but as people move on to do cave surveys, we start to see photogrammetry come in, much more video. That database has become a bit limited. And so we've been working hard over the last 6 months or so to generate a version 2 of the database, and that will hopefully be coming out in the coming sort of 6 months or so. And I think that'll be a really exciting addition, really exciting tool for our Project Baseline and GUE divers. And then the other thing that we're trying to do is just reinvigorate the support that we give to Project Baseline. And I think the synergies that we see between the project initiative and Dream through GUE and that through Project Baseline is really helping, I think, helping us accelerate that. So for me, I just wanted to also share a couple of successes that we've seen here in the UK, really, and just highlight what we can do with Project Baseline, or what divers can do with Project Baseline if they have the motivation and the dedication to do so. I think there is a bit of a myth that Project Baseline is all about just taking photos and putting those photos on the database and then kind of hoping that they get used one day in the future. For me, I think the real benefit of Project Baseline is actually the collaborations that you can form with, in particular, scientists and academic institutions. it can be quite daunting to take that step into those conversations with academics and people who are used to scientific diving. But I think we should be really confident in the skill set that GUE and Project Baseline divers bring to that discussion. And we've had some real success here in the UK by doing a little bit of diving on our own to show the sort of data that we can collect, and then using that as a shop window to kind of form those collaborations with other organisations. And you can see on the picture behind us, this was the culmination of a project we've been working on for a few years with a team here in the UK, where we're trying to reintroduce seagrass onto the south coast of the UK. And this took 2 or 3 years of conversation and showing what we could do as Project Baseline divers. And you can see on the photo behind us a team of divers using some seagrass seed injection guns to essentially put new seagrass seed into the area. And this is work that would usually only be done by scientific divers working for the organisation, and that really limited the amount of coverage that they could get. And by putting a team of GUE and Project Baseline divers in with the university, we managed to triple the coverage we got during this project. So look, that's just one example, really, of I think what can be achieved. We've also had real success with some oyster restoration in the UK and some projects that we'll be doing up in Scotland. So look, key message from me really is Project Baseline's alive and well. It's super flexible and can be flexed to meet the aims of your project. Myself and Jen are more than happy to talk about project goals and help mentor anybody that's interested in getting involved. And we're super excited about the close working with GUE that's going on at the moment, and the database improvements that we are making, and hopefully we'll go live later this year. And I think that'll be a great asset for those interested in Project Baseline diving.
That's great.
Happy to take any questions or conversation on the back of that.
That's great, Marcus. Thanks very much. I appreciate all your work on the board. Really happy to have you, such a long-time contributor, and really saw the vision of Project Baseline early on. And like you, I'm excited to see the next iteration of the database. Actually, right after this, I understand we're getting a showcase right after the event is over. So I'm excited to see the newest iteration. And then as we get to roll that out, I think it'll be a much broader and more usefully integrated tool into our various communities, given the expansion of the data that we can store and present. So thanks very much, mate. We appreciate all your support. All right, take care of yourself.
All right, thanks, Jarrod. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. All right, gang, I think we're going to be able to bring Jarrod back. She's off the boat now and hopefully in a stable place with decent internet. I'd love her to come in and talk to us a little bit about the activities in Sardinia and some recent projects that have been ongoing, or maybe not. And mystery person. Nico, we can always go to Jen for the next Jen video if Jarrod is not available.
Hello, hello.
How are you? You don't look like Jarrod. Well, we knew that we were going to see you again, so it's a pleasure to bring you back on. Your boundless enthusiasm, and you're ready as a stand-in. Where in the world are you, by the way?
So actually, I am in Costa Rica. We just had a week of diving with a few friends in the Cocos Islands. So I saw hammerheads for the first time, and we're literally cruising back to the mainland right now. So I am on a boat, and so if the laptop stops moving, I apologize.
Nice. All right. And you saw Nico, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Anika. That's great. That's exciting when the next gens are diving together.
Yeah, no, it really is. And I think, yeah, we have a real community building between the next gens and, as you said, individuals who also have some support from the program as well. So it's a real cool community that we are all diving with together.
All right. Good for you guys. I like it. So I think we're going to cue the video, and then we're going to actually have a surprise announcement, right? Brought here.
Hi,
My name is Flora.
My name is Andy Wilson.
My name is Tan.
My name is Edgar.
My name is Paige.
My name is Abby.
My name is Leah.
Being a GUE Next Gen trainee has allowed me to connect with a global community of divers.
To participate in challenging scientific diving projects with confidence.
To train with the world-class GUE instructors, dive in various environments, and connect with the communities across the globe.
To really deepen my fundamental skills.
To expand my network to more like-minded individuals around the world.
I was able to get my tech pass in fundamentals, which has opened doors to other courses.
To meet a ton of inspirational divers that have become role models and even mentors since.
All right, we like it. You know how much I love this program, Jen, and I hope that I've told you at least once or twice how much I appreciate the tremendous effort you've put into it. You made me look like a genius by turning it into such a great program, so thanks. That's a hard job. It's a heavy lift, and you've really done a great job with it. So I think, without further ado, I think you have an announcement, don't you?
I have. So I think first we might bring in the current scholar to chat about his time, and then we will announce the upcoming scholar as well.
Perfect. All right, let's do that.
Hi, Al. How's it going?
Hello.
Hello.
That's great for us. How's it going for you?
Lovely, lovely. It's 6 a.m. here in California.
Nice. Well, good. Did you have your coffee or your tea or whatever?
Not yet. Not a coffee person. I'll try. I'll try to get that.
Okay. You don't tell Jarrod that. She will never do any training with you if you're not a coffee person, or she will force you to drink it.
I can see that.
How was your year? Tell us how things went.
It's awesome. I intended to use this year to learn as much as possible for the amazing instructors, world-class instructors, meeting the communities, connect as much as possible to the people, and use it as a baseline for the future and more contributions and more projects or whatever that entails in the future. So far it's been super eventful. My friend even asked me if I still have a full-time job. I still have that. And I travel across.
They haven't fired you yet, you mean?
What is it, sorry?
They haven't fired you for being gone too much?
Not yet, not just.
Okay, all right, that's good, because I don't want to take responsibility for that.
It's all right. So yeah, it's been super eventful. I've been traveling in the US and beyond to Mediterranean waters. I'm going to Cyprus, attending the first ever Young Divers event in Italy, in Sardinia as well. So it's been awesome. I have a few pictures, just a little picture to show like how my year has been. I don't know if Nico already got that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is just an overview of my GUE courses I did during the year. Thank you to amazing instructors, instructor Arthur, John, Stretch, Kelly, Annika, and also instructor Imad for this amazing courses. We did fundamentals courses. I did my first dive in a dry suit, doing the amazing rescue course, and also the DPV1, probably one of my favorite courses I ever did now. I also got a chance to connect with the GUE communities across the globe. Everywhere I went, full of supportive people, awesome individuals, and we make a great connections both in the US, in Thailand, Mexico, Cyprus, and also in Sardinia. It's been an awesome journey.
Good to hear. What was your favorite part? Are you going to get somebody in trouble?
My favorite part, if I have a short takeaway or like short answer to that, it's gonna be community for sure. I think that's the most important part of every on my journey. And wherever I go, I just talk to one single people or post it in a group, and they're gonna be like, "Do you need anything? Do you need tanks? Do you need equipment? Where you're gonna be going diving?" And set up an event for you. So shout out to every communities. I wish I have an hour to talk about them, but that's gonna be for later.
That's amazing. Did we tell him to say that? That's amazing. Well, I'm very happy to hear that. It warms my heart because I know it's true, and I know there's a tremendous number of amazing people out there, and I'm happy to hear that they supported you in a way that brought value to you.
Yeah,
Jen, what were you going to say?
Oh no, I was about to say, and as well, I think what Tan has done while working full time has been really, really cool to see, and especially his progression from provisional to actually a technical pass. He actually completed several fundamentals courses, and he has a really great write-up of each takeaway he got from each course. So I feel like that is a really cool thing to read and go ahead and have a look at.
Yeah, I actually did
awesome.
4 fundamentals. It's been an awesome journey. I would love to do more. It's lovely to see the progression between each classes, and also the cohort of students in each classes bring a lot of diversified knowledge as well.
That's awesome. Latan, it's been a real pleasure. It's been an honor to have you as our in our family, so to speak. And I think that you're not going to go anywhere soon because Jen doesn't let people leave once they come in.
It's just a start, and I'm looking forward for the future.
All right. We look forward to hearing great things about you and look forward to seeing you in the community. Thanks very much. Congratulations.
Guys. Thank you.
All right. Exciting times, Jen. 1 year down, another year up. Is that the case?
Pretty well, as you say, we never let them leave. So yeah.
It's a mystery. Do you have an envelope that you can open?
I do not, I'm afraid, but we can announce.
Okay, drumbeat. You're gonna announce right now?
Yeah. So we are really excited to announce the 2026 Next Gen Scholar. She is from China. She is a award-winning photographer and aims to eventually create blackwater technical dive expeditions for species discovery. And her name is Jialing Chai.
Hello,
And
everyone.
Speak of Jialing Chang. Here she is. Hello.
Oh.
Uh-oh. And there she goes.
Yes,
and here she is.
I'm currently in London, by the way. So
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't have internet in London. It's pretty weak over there. You know, those British after Brexit.
Yeah.
I object.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
okay. So
we
let's
had to
start
get it.
with a brief self-introduction. So, like.
Please. Yes.
Okay.
Let's hear.
Hello, I'm Jialing Cai from Chongqing, China. I'm the GUE Next Generation Scholar for the upcoming year. I'm very excited to be part of the family. Just like Jeng already introduced, I'm a science communicator and underwater photographer that specializes in a unique group of animals called plankton. So basically any creature that live in the midwater with limited swimming ability against the currents. So these creatures, they rise from the deep sea for hundreds and to thousands of meters every night and return back to the abyss before the sun comes out. And this vertical migration is repeated every day, everywhere in the open ocean. And when I first learned about this natural phenomenon in college about 8 years ago, I was very confused, but also shocked because like we humans, Homo sapiens, like we live on land, we breathe our lungs, and we walk on our 2 legs. We do not belong to the deep sea anymore. But natural selection and the ocean seems to like live a very like a secret message to us that like if you're curious enough to look and if you're brave enough to throw yourself out in the open ocean at night, and the deep sea will come to you. So it is out of like irrational and philosophical pursuit I started preparing myself to become a diver and a photographer. And it was later I found that the planktonic creatures I captured also carried significant scientific value. So why is that? Because like people know about jellyfish. If I talk about plankton, these gelatinous like light animals like drifting around. But what people don't know is that a lot of animals that we encounter on coral reefs, like the crabs and lobsters, and the things living on the sandy bottom or even intertidal zones, these animals, they spend an early mysterious larval stage as plankton. So in other words, the majority of marine animals, they spend their childhood as plankton, and these life stages are rarely documented in the field. And so so these things really are scientifically important. Just to give you an example, I made a short film about baby cephalopods, so like octopus and cephalopods, 5 years ago, and removed the music in case of like copyright issues. So Nico, do you mind playing the video for me right now?
The ocean surface at night is the starry sky below the surface of the earth. This is a baby diamond squid. It is transforming its bright chromatophores and has ignited flames of rainbow in the infinite darkness. The baby wonderpus octopus resembles a mini astronaut that has fallen into the ocean. When it grows up, the transparent camouflage would fade out, and it will sink down to the sandy bottom around some coral reefs. But now it is still roaming the space, unfettered. The smart little octopus, Paper Nautilus, would try to catch a ride as long as possible. Here, 3 Paper Nautiluses got on a South chain. It is a Galaxy Express that belongs to them. Here, 2 Paper Nautiluses sneaked into the umbrella of a jellyfish, like sitting in a UFO cabin and secretly observing the outside. When it comes to the open ocean, people would think of whales and sharks, the giant animals that could bring visual shock, while these drifting elves smaller than a thumb might just be negligible within human vision. But as you start to observe them through the lens, you would unexpectedly find a small universe.
Hello. Okay, welcome
Awesome.
back.
That was stunning.
Thank
That's
you.
beautiful. Jelling, I really loved your photography and your video. It's really like a complete alien world, and I love it. And I don't accept that we're no longer creatures of the deep. Jelling, we have to go, but I wanted to say, excuse me, congratulations from the, from all of us. We're really excited and happy to have you in our family. And we really look forward to having you train with a lot of our instructors and travel around the world visiting our community. We can't wait.
Yes.
Great. Thank you very much. Congratulations again. Take care of yourself, okay? Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye. And Jen, thanks to you. And before we pause and move to the next section, I have to just call out that none of this would really be possible without the amazing donation of our instructors. They've been just fabulous. They've really, the community is one really important tenet, but without the instructors, none of this works. So really thanks so much to all of you. I mean, Dorada's leading the charge with 6 classes, I know. Gemma's really doing well. She's got 3. John Kieran, thanks very much for 3. Annika's with 3. On Mara, you did good too. Jason, Benjamin, John, Eric, Bartek, Rich, Jamie, all contributed 2 classes. Ivan, JP, Stretch, Kelly, Ahmad, Sebastian, Ricardo, Oliver, Xavier, Dirk, and Beto rounding out the list. And we really appreciate all of their help. Thanks so much to all of you guys. All right, we're going to go ahead. Jen, I have to part ways with you. We're going to see some videos real quick, but great to see you, and thanks for all your work. Take care.
See you later.
Let's queue up a Kuwait video, see what's going on in Kuwait.
Today is a GUE Community Day, and let me tell you something about community that most of you didn't know about. It is GUE Kuwait. I'm not Kuwaiti, but I live here and I'm part of this community. And we even have GUE instructors here. What does GUE mean to you?
Excellence.
Safety standards and precision.
A way of thinking. Quality of training.
What brought you to GUE?
Safety.
Passion for caves.
Tech diving. Adventure.
What's your favorite thing about diving with GUE?
Training quality.
Opportunities and project diving.
Unified procedures and equipment. Teamwork.
How would you describe GUE Kuwait in one word?
I would say community.
Rising community.
Growing community.
My name is Yahya Ahmed, and I'm a part of GUE Kuwait Community.
My name is Greta, and I'm part of the GUE Kuwait Community.
My name is Faisal, and I'm a GUE Kuwait member.
My name is Ahmed. I'm a member of GUE Kuwait Community.
Dzień dobry. Good morning. My name is Bartek, and I am a GUE instructor from Poland. Currently, we are kicking off the autumn season with shipwreck documentation and photogrammetry project here at the Baltic Sea. And as our boat is full with GUE divers and we are celebrating our global GUE Community Day today, I wanted to ask them, why did they join us? Why did they join GUE Community in the first place? So let's see what they have to share with us.
I joined GUE because I want to protect the seas and join marine conservation projects.
Because of the projects like this, photogrammetry projects, because of the conservations like Project Baseline, a commitment to excellence and attention to details.
I joined GUE Community because I wanted to learn from the best, elevate my diving standards, and also have lots of fun with exceptional fun projects like wreck exploration, which is what we did today.
I joined GUE because as a diving enthusiast and marine biologist, I always was seeking for some really exciting environmental projects and excellence in scuba diving, and the GUE connects it all together.
I joined GUE because I think GUE divers are the best looking underwater, and I wanted to look like them exactly.
Because I deeply believe that commitment to excellence is not just a slogan. That's why.
Because I love project diving.
As you can see, we have the right people in the right place here. Greetings from Poland, greetings from the Baltic Sea. We are going for the second dive now. Cheers!
All right, so neat to see all of our friends from around the world in active dive projects and enjoying themselves in the sport we love so much. If you have not availed fully of the GUE community that exists globally, hopefully this helps you to see the many exciting opportunities you can enjoy all around the world. So speaking of unique opportunities around the world, I really want to bring in a good friend, Sergio Jarrod, who's been with us for a long time in GUE, and who I've had the great pleasure to enjoy a number of Brazil projects together. And if we have Sergio, I would love to bring him in and say hello.
Oh, good morning or good afternoon.
Yeah, great to see you, my friend. Is it going well?
Yes, all good. Good to see you.
When are we going back to Brazil? very soon, I hope.
Oh, yeah, well, no.
December, right?
December, right? Yeah, December.
December, I think.
Yeah, I didn't forget.
You got nervous. Okay, I wasn't sure which one of us should be nervous. So I love your country and the people in it and the caves in particular. So I'd love if you'd tell the folks here a little bit about the recent project that we did. What do you think?
Okay, yeah. Well, there are actually two projects that I would like to show some pictures.
Sure.
Cool stuff there.
Do what? I'm sorry? Cue up. Okay.
There
Yep,
we go.
there you go.
So, Nico, if you could just go to the third slide. Perfect. This is the one. Just to give some overview. Brazil is a big country, right? So here we have a map of all the karst regions that we have in the country. As you can see, there are a lot of places. We have, as of today, 7,000 known caves in the country, more or less, out of an estimated number of 150,000. So there's a lot to be explored. I'm glad that the next gen project is going so well, because we need people for the next decades of exploration. There are two projects that I really wanted to share here. One is the region that we've been exploring recently. You were there in July. So Nico, if you could jump to slide number 6, please. That's the one. Yes, this is Serra das Furnas in Mato Grosso, so southern Amazon. This place is amazing. There are so many caves. There are 2 caves that are of a specific interest. And by the way, all the underwater photos here were taken by GUE. Important to give credit. The 2 of these caves are of greater importance for us because they seem to be part of the same aquifer. They are 7 kilometers apart from each other. We've been exploring from both sides, but access is kind of difficult, especially to the biggest entrance. In the past 2 years, we have had very, very strong support from local authorities in setting up logistics and making sure that we have access to remove people from the water in the case of accident. Nico, you can jump to the next slide. Here are some photos from this year's project in July, so we can see access to the water. We can see the military helping setting up the logistics to put us in the water and remove us from the water. Here we have a map of the cave and some beautiful pictures taken by GUE. As of today, we have 1.2 kilometers of surveyed tunnels at an average depth of 115 meters. So the cave keeps going wide open. There is certainly a lot to explore there. I think that beautiful place, many years of project to come. And as I said before, I'm glad that the next generation is at full speed because we need people to take over in the future. And there is another project that we've been working as a community for the past 6 years, and that is really special. Many of our GUE colleagues have been to Brazil to help in this project. We had Creel, John Kendall, Chris, Sam, and Julian from Mexico. So a lot of people coming to Brazil to help. Imagine that you are diving a cave for the first time, and all of a sudden, after a short penetration of 150 meters, what you see is that Nico, you can jump to slide number 8, please. That's it. So that's what we see, a full human skeleton. And right by its side, we can see a man-shaped stone. We started exploring this cave. We kept finding more and more human and fauna bones. We took a lot of photos. We brought it back to the University of São Paulo. We put a bigger team together. We went back there. So we've been going back there many, many times. Last time we had 26 people from different universities working together. Next slide, we can see some of what is happening there. Nico, if you could jump to the next slide. So here we have archaeologists, we have the team removing artifacts. So far, we have found more than 12 human remains, so 12 individuals, both adult and children. And what is really interesting about this cave is that what we are seeing is an interaction between human and fauna, especially megafauna. Next slide, please, Nico. And megafauna, not only in the sense that humans were eating the megafauna, but what we are seeing there is bones of megafauna being buried together with human bones in a type of ceremony, which is very interesting. There's a lot of research going on. We have a lot of material now at the University of São Paulo. Most of the material has been removed and now is being studied. And going back to the first skeleton, if you could jump to the next slide, that is probably the most interesting. This skeleton is 11,000 years old, and when we first saw it, we just thought that it was someone that died in a type of flexed position. But now, after studying the model and studying the photos, we did a very interesting 3D model of the place. We can certainly say that this skeleton was put together like that. So it was assembled post-mortem. So after the individual was dead, the bones were put together in the way that the person who did it thought that would be the right way, but the limbs are inverted. So arms and legs are inverted. So it might be one of the oldest documented burial ceremonies in South America. So it became a very important archaeological site. There's still a lot of research going on, but every time we go there, we keep finding new things. So very exciting. Again, there will be work there for the many years to come. I think that's it. Thank you.
That's some great stuff. Yeah, the caves there are just truly breathtaking. I don't know if we can properly relay that, to people. Kirill has done a pretty good job capturing it. I think many people have seen his amazing images. I don't want to give him a big head, but some really great stuff there. We do have a question. When can we read more about the project? I know you've submitted a video to GUE TV. That should be forthcoming. We can ask Nico since we've got him on the line.
Yes, Nico should be uploading that soon.
Coming soon.
All right, coming soon. Video from our last project, wasn't it, Sergio, that you get sent over?
Yes.
Okay, great. And you got any articles in tow? I mean, you have so much extra time on your hands. You should write a proper article, right?
Yeah, we'll be writing something. We do have articles submitted, scientific articles submitted for both projects, both caves that I just mentioned, and there is a documentary coming about the archaeological site. The documentary should be available to the public in November. So there's a lot of material coming in the near future.
All right, and even more because we've got some great projects in the near future.
Exactly. Even more things that we don't even know.
Great to see you, Sergio. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday morning.
Take care of yourself. You too.
Thanks again. All right, folks, we're doing well, closing out right around 6 o'clock, 4 o'clock for some of you in European time, and what about 9 and 10 o'clock in the morning in the East Coast. So from wherever you joined us, I hope that you've enjoyed the experience. I hope that we've brought some sense of the tremendous and amazing community and the number of people that we have here and all of the people that are sharing amazing dives and opportunities all around the world. It's really been such a privilege to share these experiences with so many divers, watching everybody pushing their limits and building their personal capacity while sharing their passion for the underwater world, the thing that's really kind of driven me really since I was a young child, and especially as I started diving in my teens. And it's been a real pleasure to see this organization develop in ways that bring so many richness into so many lives. And I just want to thank all of you really for allowing me to share these adventures with you and to be part of this amazing community. So with that, only 4 minutes late, I want to say thanks to you all. It's been a pleasure. You take care of yourself, and I hope to see you in a GUE community soon. Bye-bye.